Well, hello there, everybody. It's Dr. Steve with Kinesi, and this is your Start Your Healing Now, what to do and where to start for ITBand issues today. So, the ITBand is the iliotibial band, and it goes from the ilium or the hip bone, the pelvis bone here, down the side of the leg, just like the seam of the pants. And many people have issues with an ITBand. Usually it's the result of some kind of compensation in their movement pattern as a result of some other body part that's struggling. Like say for instance, a knee that's arthritic or giving you trouble will sometimes change the way that you move and can end up putting a lot more strain on the ITBand of the other leg. Or sometimes the leg that is struggling with the knee. But ITBand problems, it's usually not the fault of the ITBand itself, but it points to some compensation pattern in the body. So let's see about unwinding this, because very often what people do is foam roll the side of their leg, the ITBand. Oh, that can be miserable, it can be agony, it can be helpful, it's a good tool, but it's not the only way to go about it. And we want to come back to the common themes that we use over and over. Motion is lotion, and then we're going to lengthen to strengthen. So let's start with getting things moving, and we're going to start with a gentle beginning way to get stuff moving. And that's going to be where we're going to go down onto the ground, and it's going to be rocking your knees side to side. So I'll first give you the side view here, but we're going to go feet starting about hip width apart, and we're going to rock the knees side to side, and you just want to kind of get going in a comfortable range of motion. And so we're going to begin with this rocking the knees, and then we're going to do a little progression with the positions that we're putting the body in. So I'm going to actually turn this angle so that you can see kind of where I'm starting with my knees about hip width apart. We're getting into some rocking back and forth, and you just want to go in a comfortable, pain-free motion. So with the feet a little wider apart, we get a little bit more stretch in the hips. So here is where we're getting a stretch down the ITBand on that side, and then the same thing on this side. Now, we're going to go from the feet about hip width apart to feet together, and we're going to do a little bit more rocking. So this is going to start to create just a little bit more of a stretch on the ITBand, and we're actually getting a little bit more of the spine rotating on this. And so you would rock back and forth again and keep that going for a number of reps to work up the motion is lotion and get some blood flow through those parts and lubrication fluid. Now here's where we're going to cross the leg. So now this is going to create a bigger stretch on my left ITBand as we're in this position. And as we go across, we get a bigger stretch, and you actually get another big stretch as we come on the other side, because now the leg that's on top is kind of creating a little bit more of a pull and a stretch. So this is a way that we're taking this same rocking the knees back and forth and progressing it in a few different ways by changing the body position. So obviously we'd want to switch legs and do both sides. And the key is you want to keep this in as pain-free a range as you can. So we started with the feet hip width apart, and then we went to feet together, and then we went to crossing each knee over the other side. So there's one more variation that we're going to do, and this one is where this time we're going to be seated and have the feet about hip width apart, and we're going to be using our arms to support you behind you. Sometimes it's called posting, but we're going to have the hands here, and now we're going to rock back and forth again. And so this is another way that we're taking the same, rocking the knees back and forth for some motion is lotion. We're changing the body position again, and we're creating a little bit more of a stretch. So as we get into this kind of a position, now this is getting a lot more of a stretch. And so it's a way that we're progressing through. So this is step one, part one, is get some motion in lotion and get your parts moving a little bit. And so that's going to be the first phase. And then be sure to tune in for part two and part three, where we're going to take these movements and we're going to progress even further, getting the body to loosen up, lengthen, and take some of that pain away from the ITBand, doing more than just foam rolling. So until next time, keep moving.